Technology is supposed to make our lives easier, right? But let's be real, a lot of the time it just feels like one more thing to stress about. So today, we're going to dive into a service called Cloud-Wide Tech Care, which is all about completely changing that relationship. So let's just start with a question that I think pretty much everyone can relate to. With all the constant updates, the weird alerts, the forgotten passwords, does technology ever just feel completely overwhelming? If you've ever felt that little knot in your stomach just thinking about it, trust me, you are definitely not alone. And that feeling, it comes from some very real, very specific headaches. You know what I'm talking about? Those suspicious scam emails that pop up, hitting that forgot password button for what feels like the 100th time, or that nagging fear that you're going to click the wrong thing and just break everything. It's enough to make you want to throw your computer out a window sometimes. When all those little frustrations start to pile up, it is so easy to feel like you're just being left behind, like the world is moving too fast. But what if there was a way to not just catch up, but to feel totally in control, with a little bit of patient help?
Well, that's exactly where Cloud-Wide Tech Care comes in. What is it? At its heart, it's a tech support service built specifically for seniors. They get that sometimes you just need a real person to take the time to explain things. The keywords here are patient and on demand. It's about getting help for whatever you're using, your computer, tablet, or phone, from people who actually get it.
And here's the thing. The real point of this service isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about helping you feel a certain way. The goal is to make sure you feel confidently connected to your friends and family and securely empowered to use all your devices without any of that fear. So you should think of it less like calling some generic faceless help desk and more like having your own personal tech guide on speed dial. Seriously, someone you can call whenever a question pops into your head, no matter how big or how small you think it is. And that guide, they know their stuff. It doesn't matter what you're using, a Windows PC, a Mac, an iPhone, an Android phone, whatever. Their experts are trained on all the major platforms. So you don't have to go out and buy anything new just to get help. They meet you exactly where you are. Now, of course, everybody's needs are a little different, so this isn't some one-size-fits-all deal. They actually have a few different support plans. So let's take a quick look at how they're set up so you can see what might work for different people. All right, so here's a quick side-by-side look. You can see the three main plans: Apprentice Keeper, Cloud Keeper, and Guardian Keeper. They're all at different price points naturally, but notice how they all include that super important remote support. Then as you move up the ladder, you start seeing things like in-home visits, and even a fully supplied device getting added to the mix. Okay, so first up is the Apprentice Keeper plan. You can think of this one as the foundation. It's designed to give you that fundamental support and, most importantly, some real peace of mind. And what's really cool here is what you get even at the starting level. You get something called Scam Assist, which is huge. It means if a weird email or a scary pop-up shows up, you have an expert you can call before you click anything. Plus, you get that on-demand remote help, virus protection, and of course, the freedom to ask any tech question anytime. This is your core safety net right here. The next step up from that is the Cloud Keeper plan. Now, this one is really built for people who are a bit more active online. Maybe you're doing a lot of online shopping or using social media to keep up with the grandkids, just generally doing more with your devices every day. And you can really see the jump in what you get. It includes everything from the first plan, but then it adds proactive security, like dark web monitoring. That's where they're actually scanning the hidden parts of the internet to make sure your personal info hasn't been leaked. You also get help with managing all those passwords, one-on-one help with social media, and you get access to a whole community for group learning. And finally, at the very top, you've got the Guardian Keeper plan. This is basically the all-inclusive, will-handle-everything solution. It's for someone who wants total security and absolutely zero hassle. And the features here are, wow, pretty comprehensive. The service literally provides and manages the computer for you. It comes with a 24/7 emergency alert system, and not just for tech issues. It protects your online purchases, and even has an emergency remote lockdown feature if something goes really wrong. It's basically a managed IT service, but for your home. But here's what's important. The service wants to be more than just your tech repair shop or a security guard. A huge piece of their whole mission is about empowerment, about helping you connect with the people you love and confidently learn some new skills along the way. I think this quote from the company really says it all. The goal isn't just to fix the problem and get off the phone. It's about patient teaching. So a simple question about your email can turn into this amazing lesson on how to video chat with family who lives on the other side of the country. I mean, that's the real win, isn't it? And this idea is built right into the service itself. They'll help schedule those family video calls, they offer group training, and they provide safe, guided help with social media. It really is about turning technology from a barrier into a bridge. Okay, so with any service like this, especially one that involves someone else accessing your computer, you're going to have some questions. That's totally normal. So let's go over how they handle some of the most common ones. This right here is probably the number one worry people have. It's that fear that you have to already be good with computers just to get help with your computer. It's that classic catch-22 that can stop people from even picking up the phone in the first place. And their answer is so direct and so reassuring. The whole service was built from the ground up for people who are not tech experts. The entire focus is on going at your pace with zero judgment and zero pressure. It's all about making you feel comfortable. All right, and here's the other big one. If I'm letting someone access my computer from far away, how do I really know that my personal information is safe? This is such a critical question, and it's all about trust.
Well, they tackle this with a bunch of different layers of security. First, they use bank-level encryption for all their connections. Second, you see everything the technician is doing, live on your own screen. You can literally watch their mouse move. And third, you can disconnect the session yourself at any time for any reason. Plus, all their technicians go through background checks. The bottom line is you are always in complete control.
So we'll end with this question, because it really gets to the heart of what this is all about. It's about completely reframing your relationship with technology, changing it from something scary and frustrating to something helpful and connecting. What if it could be less like a barrier and more like a helpful friend? That's a really powerful idea to think about.